My name is Rosie Eleanor Brown Green. I was born 5 miles north of Lenape, behind a little church called Hickory Creek Church on the banks of a creek.
Hey, once again, we're going down this journey of understanding the Black Native American tribes of America. Today, we're going to look into the Cherokee. 7 things I want to learn about them, and also why the Cherokee Nation was expelled. Well, the Black Cherokee Nation was expelled from the Cherokee Nation. Very interesting. We can't get credit nowhere, but this history lesson is for all of us. So let's keep digging deeper. And as always, let's get after it.
By a tribal court upend centuries of shared history and identity? Imagine being told one day that you no longer belong to the community you've always identified with. This is the reality for the majority of Black Native American members of the Cherokee Nation, descendants of the so-called Cherokee freedmen. The roots of this issue are buried deep in history, in a time before the Civil War, when societal norms mirrored the broader American society, and some wealthy Cherokee owned slaves. The end of the war and the Reconstruction era that followed saw the former slaves recognized as tribal members, a status that has been a point of contention ever since. But before we get into the rest of this video, we want to take a quick second to tell you about our special limited time offer. We are giving away free copies of our newest critically acclaimed book, 13 Black Scholars Who Admitted There Were Black People in the Americas Before Columbus. This exclusive offer is our way of saying thank you for your incredible support and sticking with us on our
What I want to understand is why is that so hard to understand? It's been well known throughout history that every single place any type of colonizer or conqueror went, they found dark-skinned Aboriginal people. We were always around everywhere. Why is it so hard to believe that in Turtle Island, the Americas, I just learned that recently too. Kind of interesting name, right? I'm probably going to do a video on the history of Turtle Island, but I really like what I learned from that. Why is it so hard to believe that there were already dark caramel complexion, copper skinned people already here? You know, that this color was already here. Why is it so hard for people to believe? So many history has been taken and stolen. And just like this video is about to show, like, I don't know what they're about to say yet. But the title is, they stripped people of their ancestral history. That's crazy. Why would you do that? Just be accepting. We all want to be accepted, but there's a certain part of people that don't want to accept a certain genre of people. I don't get it. So, but let's continue.
knowledge-filled journey into true ancient American history. Dive deep into history with us and uncover truths that challenge what we've been taught. But hurry, this offer won't last forever. Click the link in the description and grab your free copy. Now let's get back to the video. The late 19th century introduced another layer of complexity with the Dawes Rolls, a census intended to establish tribal membership for land allotments. It segregated individuals into Cherokee by blood and freedmen, the latter often lacking the necessary documentation due to the disruptions of the Civil War and prior displacements. This left their descendants' tribal membership vulnerable to legal and political challenges. Fast forward to 2011, and the Cherokee Nation Supreme Court makes a decision that sends shockwaves through the community: the expulsion of the black members. The tribal leadership justified this as a move to preserve cultural integrity and autonomy, as interpreted strictly through blood lineage.
Isn't that completely the opposite of preserving cultural integrity by expelling people that are a part of your culture? That makes absolutely no sense. But it was a land grab. And it always comes down to resources and power. Even if you're willing to, I don't know, put a dampen on your own history for the sake of profit. But that is a known tactic of colonizers, or a known tactic of conquerors, or a known tactic of the elite, or a known tactic of anybody with profit over others who see themselves as better. And let me continue. But this is interesting. I'm not going to allow my knowledge to frustrate me because I don't know enough of it to be frustrated. But this is interesting. However,
it was met with widespread criticism, viewed as a racially motivated action that echoed the discriminatory practices that have historically plagued American society. The reaction was immediate and forceful, with protests and legal appeals from within the tribe and the broader public. The Bureau of Indian Affairs intervened, freezing certain payments to the Cherokee Nation, signaling the federal government's stance on upholding the rights of the freedmen. This episode in Cherokee history raises profound questions about the nature of tribal citizenship and the reconciliation of historical injustices within the context of indigenous sovereignty and racial equality. It underscores the challenging balance between a tribe's right to define its own membership criteria and the principles of inclusivity and historical justice. The Cherokee Nation's actions reflect a broader dialogue about identity, race, and history, a dialogue that continues to evolve as modern perspectives on human rights and historical contexts interplay with traditional tribal governance and self-determination. In summary, the Cherokee Nation's decision to strip citizenship from the majority of its Black Native American members is a controversial chapter in the complex interrelation of African American and Native American histories. It's a story of historical injustices, racial equality, tribal sovereignty, and the struggle for recognition and equality within the tribe. It's a story that continues to unfold, with implications that reach far beyond the Cherokee Nation. Trust us when we say, this journey through America's hidden Black past is just beginning. If this glimpse into a world lost to time has captured your imagination, smash that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more adventures into the unknown. Lastly, for more information about the names and subjects mentioned in this video, get your copy of the Amazon best-selling book series, 19 White Men Who Admitted There Were Indigenous Black People in the Americas, and 13 Black Scholars Who Admitted There Were Black People in the Americas Before Columbus by Chase McGee. Link in the description. Stay curious and keep exploring.
And I absolutely will.
Here's some.
Now I have to say, why is in so many different variations, from slavery to the Benin Empire to Mansa Musa to Cherokee Indians to Seminoles, why is there such a heavy push to stop Native American Black people from understanding their heritage? I truly don't get it. Like, allow us the grace of understanding who we are and who we come from. That's not too fair. I'm not asking for anything from you. I don't want reparations, or nor do I want land. I just want to understand my heritage because I can feel it in my soul where I come from. And don't deny my spirit its acceptance in life. It's interesting. But here goes another clip.
OCO, Melissa.
OCO, welcome to Cherokee National History Museum.
Are you ready to answer 7 questions?
She looks just like my sister, Kendallin. Oh, man, the resemblance is insane. I'm definitely going to have to send this video to my sister. She's going to laugh her tail off. And, oh, I didn't mention, what led me to the Cherokee Indians is that my grandmother's from Tulsa. And as I said earlier, my actual grandfather is not the grandfather I was raised by. And after doing some deep searches, once again, we come to find out that my grandfather from my grandmother's side is a Cherokee Indian. And then now I'm opening up this new lesson for myself, and she looks just like my sisters. So, come on, genes is king. But as I say, I'm still learning. I'm putting the pieces together myself. But this journey has been excellent. And I'm going to keep going. So let's continue.
Yes, I am.
Let's start by introducing yourself. Can you tell the audience who you are?
Yes, my name is Melissa Payne. Walk with me and I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I was born and raised in Fort Gibson, Oklahoma, and moved to Muskogee probably around my teenage years, and from then on, between the both.
For people who don't know, when people say freedmen, what are they referring to?
They are referring to, look at this wall, these names say a lot. They're referring to the people that were enslaved once upon a time by Cherokee Nation, by Seminole, all the tribes. You had individuals that were Black and they were enslaved. Those individuals were known as freedmen once the slavery was abolished. So once it ended, the title freedman came for all of us, and the descendants carried that on.
You are Cherokee Nation's Freedmen Community Advisor. Can you explain that role to people who aren't familiar with it?
Yes, I can. So what I do is I work directly with the community. I work with different individuals that are descendants of the freedmen, that are freedmen, and I assist them with getting their tribal citizenship registration, and then I help direct them to different departments whenever needed to assist them with their issues or situations that they're trying to take care of.
What was it like to work on the Freedmen exhibit here at the Cherokee National History Museum?
This exhibit was very moving. You'll see different things.
Okay, just to stop right there. So I did reach out to my uncles. My father is no longer alive. Rest in peace. My father was the man. But I did reach out to my uncles to get more information on that side of my family, and they told me they're going to get back to me. You know, people have jobs and work, but I'm definitely going to dig into my lineage with more like concrete access. But from what I'm hearing, I'm on the right track. And so we're going to just keep this going. I'm very happy that these doors are being opened up to me. I wonder why they never told me earlier, though. I'm very curious about that, too.
That our ancestors endured. And you'll notice that some were happy, some were great, and then you'll see some where they were enslaved. You can see where they sold some of the individuals. I mean, it goes from all types of emotions, but the experience was amazing, and I was truly grateful to be a part of it.
What's your favorite part about the exhibit?
Oh, my favorite part, let me show you. This beautiful woman here, my mother, is very personal to me. She passed away in 2020. She did a lot of things, from traveling back and forth to Washington, D.C. with Marilyn Vann, et cetera, to fight for our rights in 2017. Her baskets, you'll see in different cases, that's my favorite part. Now, all of this was needed, but I'd have to say that is my favorite.
What is a quote or phrase you live by?
I have 3 of those. Let's walk with me while I talk. Show you a little bit more of this museum. So I have 3. I can't just tell you one favorite, but I will start with what my mom instilled in me, and it's let the work you do speak for you. That will go along with me forever. The second one I would have to say is treat others how you want to be treated. We learned that when we were kids. And the one that touches my heart even more, and it changed my life forever, is change the way you see things, and the things you see will change.
What are your biggest hopes, personally and professionally, for 2023?
My biggest hopes, I would have to say more exception. Exception in all types of forms, politically, religious, every aspect. Accepting that others are different. It's okay for us not to see things the exact same way, but there's no wrong, no right. It's merely just the way you see things. And I feel like we would be a much better nation if we could just accept others for who they are.
Man, and touching on that topic, I'm going to add on just my own personal quote to this, is that I always say, people are never against you, they're for themselves. So I never think an opposing view is against my view. It's that you're conserving your ideals. You're conserving who you are. But a lot of people can't be open to other ideals that challenge their views. And that is their prerogative. I'm okay with that just as much as I'm okay with being wrong. Because being wrong helps me understand deeply enough to be right. There's no ego involved. So I love your 3 quotes and your 3 models. I'm going to take them into my life, even though 2 of them I've heard since I was a child. But thank you so much for this lesson, this knowledge. Man, you look just like my sister. Oh, man, it's throwing me off. Man, wait till I show Kendall and then she gonna laugh.
Thank you so much, Melissa, for hanging out with us today.
Thank you. Wado to all of you, this beautiful camera crew. Look, I put you guys on blast. Thanks for coming to this museum and making this, too, a part of history.
Wow. I'm really enjoying that. And I wish she could have got more deeper into what was said on the post, what was said. You know what I'm saying? Some of the quotes that were in there, there's a lot of insignia there. I have to figure out where this museum is. I might need to go take it a visit. I'm being pulled I can feel myself being pulled towards this museum, especially because look at me and look at her. Come on. It's written in the genes. Genes don't lie. I love this lessons. Life is very interesting, and I'm very happy that I found this journey and that God led me into this journey. I do have to say, after these last clips that I got to see today, that there is a lot more deeper channels that I have to go down. I'm a firm believer that where there is opposition, there is knowledge. There are always gatekeepers, and there are always those types of people that don't want you to know things. And that's where I dig. That's where the fighter in me comes out. And I'm going to dig deeper into the knowledge of Black Native Americans, my own heritage. I can't wait to get the information back from my family so I can know more about the Freedmans and why there's such a heavy push to not allow us to have our place in this beautiful land of America. It's been a journey so far. It's just the beginning. And I will continue on until I learn more and more, and I have more facts to bring you, more understanding for you guys to be a part of. And before we get out of here, I'm gonna leave you guys with a picture of my family. Well, I have 7 sisters, but this picture, my sisters came to see me at my job, and we took this family photo. And tell me you don't see some resemblances, because I do. Let's get this done, and thank you. Woo! Once again, thank you guys for watching Dino Reacts. And if you like my content, like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, chef's kiss. Mwah!